Okay, so the second thing I wanted to mention about these climate maps is that the first example that I made used a Robinson projection. This is a classic global projection. It's the one that National Geographic uses. It was kind of created to be a happy medium between a lot of different global projections. Where do we see a lot of warming? It's up here in the northern regions, and while this does a pretty good job of preserving shape, this gets back to that editorial power we have. What if we really wanted to accentuate this? Maybe there's a different coordinate system that might exaggerate whether it's correct or incorrect. That's for you to decide. This is your classic world Mercator. I mean, this is kind of the global map that went back since, global maps existed. The idea here is that north or angles are always preserved. So latitude and longitude are always meeting at right angles. What happens when you work in a Mercator projection is that you get a ton of distortion at the poles. If I scroll down, you'll see that Antarctica is this enormous mass. Kind of looks like Cocopelli. So, while this is going to greatly over-exaggerate, that's a part of the, nuances of cartography and editorializing. I mean, you can see how little the cells are here and how the cells are getting large and really exaggerated as we move up here. So there is quite a bit of distortion. It's up to you to decide to use these things to your benefit or not. And I think, as scientists, we need to take the high road and represent our data ethically and responsibly. But I guess when it comes to reading maps and creating maps, you should know that there are these tricks that we can play and that are played on us all the time. Okay, so what I'd recommend doing is going into layers and into the different global projections. So in the projected coordinate system tab, into the world folder, and just play with some of these. You can do some reading about what they're designed for. Maybe there's something that's a little bit prettier, that's not quite as egregious as a Mercator projection, but still does a good job of demonstrating the higher latitudes. So that's it. Questions, let me know.